Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Dear students, in this video I want to share with you the methodology that I developed for the students, beginner students, to transition from Nuraniyah to the Quran. And this methodology is extremely practical and extremely important for you to be able to progress in your learning of the Quran. Now, of course, throughout Nuraniyah, we learn many rules, and the theoretical exam shows you how many questions there are. You learn a lot of things, and it is not expected of you that as soon as you go from Nuraniyah to Quran that you must follow all of those rules in the first page that you read. No, you don't. In fact, there's a methodology that will help you. And just like Nuraniyah, you took lesson by lesson, step by step. Also, when you get to the Quran, you must follow a step-by-step methodology. Here I have developed an 8 steps methodology that if you follow, that you will see results, alhamdulillah. And this is a tested methodology. So here I have Nuraniyah to Quran transitioning methodology, which are the basic rules that we learned in Nuraniyah that you want to implement in your Quran. So implement the following rules step by step, perfect each before moving on to the next. This is very important. Of course, here you will need an instructor, someone who is experienced in tajweed, someone who has knowledge of tajweed, someone who can guide you through this step by step, so you can read the Quran properly. So here are the steps. So step 1, nutqu wa makharij al-huruf, which means that you must, as soon as you go from Nuran to Quran, you open the Quran and you begin reading. The first step is for you to be able to recognize and read letters properly. If you're making mistakes in pronouncing letters, or you're making mistake in bring the sounds outright, now that's a big problem. But most people, when they go from Nuraniyah to Quran, they do not have problem with this step, because whole Nuraniyah you are reading those letters. So most likely as soon as you get to Quran from Nuraniyah, you will not make mistakes. So correct all letter pronunciations before moving on to the next step. So this is about letter pronunciation, and most likely you will be good in this. If you have a problem in letter pronunciation, that you need to perhaps review those letters, and correct that pronunciation. Step 2. Step 2 is al-harakat wal-tanween wal-mad wal-sukun wal-shadda, meaning step 2 says recognize and read complete words properly with harakat, tanween, mad, sukun and shadda, meaning you should be able to read complete words. So when you start reading the Quran, there are words. You should be able to read those words properly, completely, right, without breaking those words into pieces, and being able to read the word together completely. And inshallah, of course, right now I'm explaining to you theoretically. In the upcoming videos, I will be practically showing you this methodology step by step. So in the first video of the practical steps, I will be covering step 1 and step 2. And then in the second video, I will go into step 3. So if you're good in letter pronunciation, if you're good in reading words properly, then you go into step 3. Step 3 says al-qasru wa-tawassut wa-tawil, meaning 2 harakat, 4 harakat, and 6 harakat, meaning recognize and read mad letters properly, 2, 4 or 6 harakat. So here, for example, ba fatha is ba, 1 haraka, ba kasra is b, 1 haraka, ba dhamma is bu, 1 haraka. This is 1 haraka. And then you add huroof-ul-mad, ba fatha alif, ba kasra ya, ba dhamma waw, 2 harakat. And if after huroof-ul-mad comes a hamza, then it turns to 4 harakat. And if after huroof-ul-mad comes a sukun, it becomes 6 harakat. So the instructor will focus on mad. So anytime you see these mudud, you will pronounce them properly, and of course there will be practice on that, and you will not move on to the next step until you perfect this step of recognizing the mudud, recognizing the mad. and differentiating between 2, 4, and 6. And of course, when you get to this step, this and this step have to be perfect as well. So when you get to this step, the teacher is looking at 1, 2, 3, and you must be good in 1, 2, 3. Once you're good in 1, 2, 3, then you go on to step number 4. And of course, this is the next video. This is going to be the video number 3. So video number 1 covers step 1 and 2. Video 2 covers step 3. Video 3 covers step 4. So if you're good in pronouncing letters, reading complete words, and now recognizing the mad properly, then you will go into next step, which is al-qalqala wal-hams. Qalqala, you know, qutba jad. Hams, sakata fahathahu shakhs. So these are the letters of hams, opposite of qalqala. Qalqala are tough letters, hams are soft letters. So step 4 says, recognize and read qalqala letters, qalqala and hams letters properly. Bounce the qalqala letters and read the hams letters softly. Okay, and of course here we will cover that in video number 3. Practical methodology, practice of the methodology practice, video number 3. If you're good in all of this up to step 4, then you move on to step number 5, which is the video number 4 on this methodology, which you go to the nun shadda and mim shadda. We focus on nun shadda, mim shadda, ghunna. So that means that the teacher will make sure that anytime you see nun shadda or mim shadda, you perform the ghunna on it. Step 5, recognize and read nun and mim shadda, meaning vocalize the ghunna properly, and we will cover that in video number 4 of the practice methodology practice. And then you know, if the teacher sees that you have mashallah perfected this, along with all this of course, then the teacher will take you to step number 6, and this is covered in video number 5, and that is the nun sakina rules. And that of course is yarmulun. If it's not yarmulun, then you go into the throat letters. If it's not throat letter, you go into hiding the nun, and of course iqlab, which is changing the nun into meme. And this of course is covered in video practice methodology video number 5. Now if you're good in all of these steps, now step number 6, then of course we move on to step number 7. So it's an 8 step methodology. We go on to step number 7. Now step number 7. So if you go on all those 6 steps, you go into step number 7, which is covers al-mim sakina, mim sakina rules. And of course, mim sakina rules, if there's a mim after mim, you merge the mim into mim. You make gunna. If there's a ba after mim, then you show with gunna or without gunna, but of course it's recommended to show with gunna. And if it's other letters, you show the mim clearly. And if you're good in all the 7 steps, then you finally the teacher will begin to practice with you the rules of waqf, which is stopping. Recognize and read rules of waqf, meaning where and how to stop. And of course we covered this with you, qila, sila, jim, mim, lam, alif, and this. So where to stop, where not to stop, we covered that in one of the videos. And of course then different ways of stopping with the mad letter at the end, stopping with the letter. Of course we're going to cover this in video number 7. So there will be 7 videos covering all these steps practically, and you will see that. And if you follow this methodology, you will see your recitation will be mumtaz, your recitation will be very, very good, inshallah. So in the upcoming videos we will cover all of these steps one video at a time, and we'll see you in those videos. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.